All aboard! Hello lovelies, how's it going? I want to take a little bit of time to talk about nothing that I have promised to talk about in the near future, because let's face it, that stuff is definitely not coming out in any of the time frame close to what I promised. So Titans Return Transformers are in full force right now, and they are exactly where Transformers Toyland is supposed to be. You're all over the place, and you've got everything that you could expect. You got your good guy leaders and your wonderful excuse to make a retool of some guy. You've got your bad guy leader and the universally panned piece of crap of the line. You've got your guys that totally deserve to be in the line and definitely should have been remade a long time ago. And then you've got the bots whose presence in the line is a total mystery because why do they belong here? But you're kind of glad that they made them because when else were they going to do one right? But now we turn our attention to the con that is definitely in that last group and is going to be the main focus of this video. Say hello to Titans Return Astrotrain. Choo-choo! Choo-choo Rocky here sporting a very nice non-contestable color scheme that definitely won't make fans take up camp on either side of the Hasbro-Takara divide. I mean, he's got paint in a lot of places that I didn't actually think there was going to be paint, like this light gray on the feet, that's paint. This light gray on here, that's paint. But the thing that sucks is when you look at his kneecaps, these kneecaps fold up into his forearms, scrape up against that, so those edges are going to turn black real soon. And even with the colors all looking nice, he is seriously lacking in Decepticon support. You have to go all the way around for some of that. They've all got the standard Titans Return thing where the head comes off, becomes a little guy, but I guess they figured that the heads on the Voyagers were going to look a little too wimpy, so they added stuff to beef it up. He doesn't really need all that extra head beefiness, because with the pylons down, he still looks like Astrotrain, but the funny thing is that the feet on my Dark Moon is so loose that from time to time, you get a little surprise out of him. But speaking of the little guy, I doubt I'll be able to get any of this in focus. Say hello to the little pilot. Dark Moon. Oh, I've got no paint on me. Oh, my eyes are blank so I can't see. Let's do this thing right and get this train a-rollin'. Like I said earlier, these kneecaps end up folding up into the forearms, scraping away that paint as it goes. There's already little black marks, and I can tell they're going to get a lot worse before they get better. Woo-woo, train mode! Smashing any semblance of realism that this thing ever could have possibly had. It is huge, just huge. I mean, yeah, you've got your realistic engine up there with your monstrous cow catcher and these teeny, tiny doors that make this so huge that it would destroy any station it passes by. And cannons, both front and back. What? But the thing that really blew me away about this mode is that these little flaps fold up into the legs. Like, I didn't see that coming at all. It just folds down. There's the train wheels. Bam, fantastic. So we move these little wing flaps out of the way so you can actually see and open up the cockpit. We can put Dark Moon in here so he can drive around his absolutely realistic Earth mode around. And when he's sick of going off the rails as a crazy train, he can take flight and become a Rocket Man. This is a bad joke. This is a bad joke. He's gonna go into shuttle mode now. Burning up my fuel up here alone. Astrotrain turns into a shuttle that, if anything, is the most real-world accurate shuttle mode you could ever hope to achieve. When you move away from the sheer ridiculousness of the train mode, I get to some things that I might actually want to complain about. Like, the wings on this guy are teeny tiny, moving out maybe a centimeter past the furthest outcropping of this, and, whole visible upper body. And even more minor is that just clear train panels on the top and bottom of this guy. I mean, it's great how he transformed and everything. It's just, I don't know. It's a train. It's like they took a train apart to make a shuttle. That's not airtight. That'll never leave the atmosphere. Maybe in this mode you can get some use out of the head and beefening shoulder pylons to have some button-activated representation of a functioning deployable hyperdrive. I've got to give credit where it's due. At least this guy has some really pleasant landing skis, especially ones that seamlessly fold up on what would become the robot chest. They just look like sculpted detail, but they're landing gear. In robot mode, this guy moves in all the ways that you'd expect him to, with the only joint lacking that I actually miss being a waist swivel. But if I can live without that, so can you. I haven't said anything about the guns this guy comes with because, there's really not much to say. this rifle is the rifle that Astrotrain usually carries around when he's carrying it around. The other one is just like all the other Titans Return weapons, where it's just, an excuse for a seat for another guy to go. Let's be honest, this is probably the worst executed part of the Titans Return gimmick so far. To make matters even worse, All of his weapons are completely outcast by these fantastic molded turrets on his forearms. These alone are just enough to make the guy look badass. Put down your weapons. And if this is where I was confident in my editing skills, this is where I put little explosions. Please don't let my previous gripes get in the way of thinking that this is anything but a really decent toy. At a glance, Astrotrain checks off all the major checkboxes that you'd want to get checked off by a modern Transformer. When you take the time to look at his fine detail, you can really see him for the unique loomer that he is. With his completely ridiculous train mode and shuttle mode that always makes me wonder, how big is he? Astrotrain is one of the better offerings we've had from Titan's Return so far. Honestly, one of the better Voyagers we've had in quite a while. And that's including Combiner Wars, and I freaking loved Combiner Wars. And with that, I am done. Thank you all so much for sitting through me rambling about a space train for however long this took. Maybe next time I'll actually get around to talking about the things I said I was going to talk about, but probably not. Anyway, Astrotrain and I are going to go take a trip. Who knows where? To the moon! Alright, I'm done. It's a good toy. See ya! So this thing is definitely not realistic in any regard whatsoever. Barely passable as a train. I mean, it's got its real-world front car? I don't know what those are called. That is a just engine. Bam. There we go. All right.